Alright, welcome back to Season 3 of our show, and today we're doing something I grew up on, a staple in the South, Southern skillet fried chicken. We're going to show you how to get this cut up, seasoned up, and fried up. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Alright, so today it's Southern fried chicken. So the first thing we're going to do is get to cutting up these chickens. Now usually I choose smaller chickens when we're on the grill outside. These are grilling chickens. I try to stay about 3 pounds with them, but these are about 4.5 pounds for fried chicken because the frying of it is going to take out a lot of that water weight in there. So I like a bigger chicken. So the first thing we'll do is to start to cut these up. Now everybody has their way of cutting up chickens. I have mine. So these start from the top, and I go right through the breastplate with it, like that. Now you could use those little snips with little shears. You could use a chicken shear if you want, but I didn't grow up on that. I just grew up on what I'm doing now. So what I'll do is just go down the middle of the chicken here, right against the bone. Come in, give it a little tap, and then straight through. I'll throw that out off to the side. And I'm going to spin this around like this. Just going to move this over. Now I like to use my board like a lazy Susie, and I like to let my board do the work instead of moving the food. A lot of people would say, well, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to put something under your board, but that's just me. I've been doing it for years. So I'm going to take my knife and go down the side of the bone right here. Lift that wing up and just go straight down. Just like that. And now I got the thigh piece off. Now for my wing, I'm going to take my wing, get it right about here, and I'm just going to come down the side like that. And now I'm stuck with this big gigantic breast right here. So I'm just going to clean up a little bit here. Put this off to the side. I'm using a cheap knife. My knives they get abused. They're really sharp. This knife was probably about $12. I don't use expensive knives, especially not for this. And I'm just gonna look at this right here, and what I think I'll do is I'm gonna take this backbone here and start from here and just chop that off. And now I got a nice small backbone. So for the people that like the backbones, I'm gonna clean that up, take the neck off of it, and now you got a nice little bony piece there. They used to call it back in the day, the bony pieces. All right, so I'm gonna clean this up. And now this is a pretty big breast. And what I'll do, on the top half of the breast, I'll go about there with it, make a little slit, and then bam, right down, finish up. And there it is. So we're gonna take these two pieces, put them off to the side. And now this is my leg. Here's my thigh. I'm just gonna come in here just like this, right where the joint is, and hit it. And there's my leg, and just clean that up. Sharp knife, right? 12 bucks. Don't waste your money buying $100 knives, $200 knives. You don't need it to do this. So, just clean it up. I'm going to put this off to the side for now, and then we're going to show you how to clean this chicken after it's cut up. Because right now, it's not clean. So let's just kind of fly through this piece right here. So I'm going to put this on the tray. These pieces that we took off, the fat. And we're just going to kind of fly through this right here. Go for the side, cut, drag. Get my leg, cut, drag. That's off to the side. There's my thigh, that's off to the side. Here's my wing. Cut in, cut, down, drag. Done. And here's my breast meat again. Again, I'm gonna take that plate off the back, just gonna come in here and cut, drag, and it's done. And here's my breast. Very big. I'm gonna start here, little incision going on here, and cut, drag. Now that piece broke off there next to the bone, so it's done. And you can put those pieces back together and just fry them, which we'll show you how to do. No big deal. And we'll clean this up a little bit. We're done with that. All right, now we're gonna show you this chicken here, this big one here. We're kind of just gonna run through it and not talk about it. Let's get it done. Breastplate, done. In the middle, she's halved. Bring it over. Side. Halved. Wing. Get it out of there. Off to the side. Leg and thigh. Halved. Here's the thigh, we'll clean that up. Here's the breast. Bring it over, get the breastplate. Done. And again, here's the breast. Hold the skin. Get the part down in there. Done. Here's the other half. I mean, how long did this take me? A couple of minutes. Let's get that wing. Let's go for the breast. Pull through. Done. All right, here's the leg. Done. All right, so now we got 2 chickens cut up just like that. Now I'm going to bring my bowl over to this side. And now we got the chicken cut up. We need to clean this chicken. So let's start with the thighs. And we're going to just get off all that fat. You guys like fried chicken, there's nothing worse than biting into fried chicken. You're getting a heap of fat in your mouth. So we're going to look through the back of this and we're just going to clean it up. Just get all that skin out of there. This part right here next to the bone, get the fat right out of there. And just get all that out. You put this on the grill, it's bad to have fat anytime, but the grill is going to handle that fat a little bit better than frying it. So you want to just clean it up, make the skin look pretty, and just make sure all that fat's out of there. This way you're not having all that fat in your chicken. And when you fry up chicken and fat, it just holds the grease, the fat. When you bite into a piece of fat, it's even more greasy than before, and it's bad enough that you're frying it in grease, but you don't want that grease to stick in there, so you don't want that to happen. So just make sure you get your chicken real clean. And if you have chickens that are really fatty, sometimes you go to the supermarket and you get these chickens, they show them in a bag, they're not any name brand chickens, they're not Tyson, they're not Purdue, they're not farm raised, and you see these chickens and you don't know where they came from, don't buy them. They're full of fat. They're in the bag, they're cheap. They'll sell you a whole bag of that stuff. They'll sell you 10 pounds for $4, but believe me, you'll get what you pay for. And it's not frying chicken. I don't even think it's worth even cooking those type of bags of meat. So just clean it up. Just like that. Now I'm moving fast. I've been doing this for years. As you can see, my cutting board spinning back and forth, but I don't care. I ain't cutting myself. That's just me. For the rest of you guys, don't do that. Put something onto your cutting board. And I'm just going to spin this around. And that is it. Alright, those are the thighs. The legs are pretty clean. So we're just going to pretty much grab a leg and scrape underneath the leg. And that's about it. the rest of it, just like I said, any fat like that, just get it cleaned up. So I'm gonna get the cleaning this chicken, and we're gonna meet you right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, our chickens are nice and cut up. Now, that's what came out of those chickens, all that fat right there. That's a little bit of fat compared to a lot of chickens. These chickens they're clean chickens, they're good chickens, so that's what came out of those. But usually you find supermarket chickens, these are farm raised, that is a little bit of fat for what came out of those chickens being farm raised. Supermarket, you're gonna have like 3 times as much as that. All right, so let's season this. And what we're gonna need is some yellow mustard. I got a rub here, there's no salt in here. So this is just onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, a couple more ingredients in here that I made up. But you could pretty much use any rub. As long as you're not using salt, you're good to go. Right here we got some black pepper. Very easy. Now a lot of people tell you with fried chicken you have to use buttermilk, you have to use this, you have to use that, you have to let it soak overnight. I'm showing you the easiest, best way to make fried chicken without going through everything. This is how my mom did it. This is how my family did it. Heck, neighbors on our block did it this way. And as a kid, to be completely honest with you, I never saw my grandmother pulling out buttermilk. And it kind of shocked me as I got older. And I looked and I saw the way people were frying their chickens. And people were pulling out buttermilk and going through all this unnecessary steps. I'm showing you the easiest way how to do it. I'm showing you the real way how to get this done. So, there's a lot of people out there that would be mad at me about that, but I'm not giving away any secrets. If the world can't share it, that's not good. I don't really hold back anything. A lot of people say, well, you're giving away your recipes, you're giving away your secrets, but you know what? It's share, 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 and share alike. And if the entire planet thought that way, this would be a much better world we live in, wouldn't it? I'm sharing with you right now. So people shared these things with me. They passed them down to your parents and your grandparents and brothers and sisters. Why not pass it to the world? Mustard, that's what you're going to need. Now, I didn't put salt in because this cheap yellow mustard has a lot of it. So that's where we're not salting the chicken. So we're going to put that much in, and we're just going to rub the chicken around in it. I mean, some people even grill in this fashion. And we're going to put this in a skillet and fry it in a skillet. Nice and slow and nice and easy. Get a nice crust up in here. And that's what we're looking for. So we're going to rub this all in. And then we're going to go into the refrigerator with this for about an hour. Let it chill down. You don't want to do this warm because the grease is going to soak right in. And you'll get greasy fried chicken, so always fry the chicken cold. And when you're in between batches, put it back in the refrigerator and keep it cool. And you'll have a nice fried chicken. All right, I'm gonna finish marinate this, get it into the fridge, and we're gonna meet you right back here onto the fryer. So stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, so our pan is heating up. That's our cast iron, we're using that. So while that's heating up, it's almost up to temperature right now. We're frying at about 375. I got my flour here. Now I seasoned the flour too with the same rub and some pepper. I also put some pepper on the chicken, which I didn't show you guys at the end of that video, but I did pepper that chicken at the end. And I'm just gonna mix my flour, all-purpose flour, just basic. That's all you need. Now, they call it skillet fried chicken. Look how little bit of oil I have here. I don't have a lot of oil at all. So it's not deep fried. It's not going to cover this chicken. So we want a nice, easy cook. So we're going to take our chicken. Now I have this separated here. I got legs, thighs, breasts in the back. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to start with our legs and our breast. I'm sorry, our legs and our thighs. And that's the dark meat. Takes the longest time to cook. And we're going to get that in first. So that's what I do. I separate my chicken. No egg, no buttermilk, just like this. That's how you want it. And I'm going with the grease like this. Just let it fall against the wall. And don't run from the grease. Just like this. Drop it in. I'm making room for my chicken, so I'm just going around the sides. And when you put it in and go towards the back with it. Get it all the way in. And don't drop it, you'll create a splash. More people get hurt from running from that splash than anything. So I'm going to put this in. That's her thigh. This is how it was done back in the days. This is the original way how to fry chicken. You see it right here on Barbecue Southern Style. Get some more chicken in here. It's a very large cast iron pan. She holds a lot. Get our wings in. And just take your time putting it in. When you're putting chicken in the pan, it's going to take that oil some time to come back up the temperature. So you don't want to cool it down too much. I'm actually going to adjust the heat up as I'm putting in the chicken. So I'm actually turning up the heat as I put in more chicken because my pan is cooling down. I'll put this piece in. Once that cast iron heats up, that's it. It's unstoppable. Now these are our wings. And one thing you want to do with the wings is you want to tuck in the wing. I'll just show you that in a second here. You're going to take your wings and you're going to just tuck them in like that. Tuck the wing over and cross it like that. I'm going to put it back in and reflour it. And just drop that in. Just like that. Alright, we're going to finish dropping the rest of this chicken in and we're going to meet you right back here. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so we're about 7 minutes in. This is how easy this is frying. Not a hard fry, very light fry. The original way, skillet way. Now what I'm going to do is the first ones I put in, I'm going to turn them over. I'm not using a tongue because when you put the tongue in here and flip them over, if you bring that tongue back, you're going to have grease run down your hand and you're going to be in a world of pain. So you don't want to do that. So what I'll do is just gently turn them with the fork. Without poking them, just turn them. And that's how gentle you want to turn these. Just like that. Just turn them over. And you can check out those beautiful results. And that's the original Southern skillet fried chicken. Just going to turn this one over very gently. Move them back. And you take them out piece by piece when they're ready. They're all going to have, you know, different times to pull them out. And you're just going to take this and you're just going to check. So you'll check for doneness and just turn them, just like that. Now these are my wings. So I'm going to let these kind of go a little bit more. That one could be turned, so I'm just going to turn him over. And don't create any splashing. And you can see the chicken's not 100% submerged in oil. Half in, half out. That's kind of where you want your oil. So if you're worried about your oil level, if it looks like this, you did it right. And like I said, don't poke the chicken. If you poke the chicken, you're going to create a lot of bubbles. It's going to release a lot of moisture, and you're going to get this pan a little crazy. But if you want to avoid all this, get yourself a deep fryer. But I promise you one thing, you will never have the flavor come off a chicken and a deep fryer that you will in a cast iron pan like this. So if you really love the art of cooking, take your time and learn how to do this. It's a dying art. Most people don't do this anymore. This was in everybody's kitchen back in the days. No matter where they came from, I think every grandmother knew how to fry chicken. All right, we're gonna let these go, and we're gonna meet you right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, our chicken's going nice and easy now. We're about 17 minutes into this cook right now. That's how long this is taking to fry in this pan, but look how easy it's going. Now I flip these over just once, and I've been checking the bottoms periodically to see where I'm at. And some pieces like this, I'm just gonna leave because it's not dark enough. You want that little spot on the top there. See that? That's from the cast iron pan. And when you get that little coating, you want to flip it back over and just cook it from the bottom. Like this one here, I'm cooking it from the bottom in. And just keep rolling them over. It's not like a grill that you're thinking about flipping it once or twice. I mean, a chicken, you can roll it over a few times. And just look at the color on it. This is a little bit different from a deep fryer. A deep fryer, it's all fully submerged. This, you got to look at the color on it and know when to roll it. But nothing beats this flavor. I mean, this is the original way to fry chicken. In fact, every time I see this, it reminds me of that movie, Driving Miss Daisy, when the lady was in the kitchen frying the chicken. It made me hungry. She knew what she was doing, too. All right. That's what you want right there. Let's flip that one over. Hear how easy that grease sounds? It's just cooking down nice and easy. That's the sound you want right there. You don't want this thing crazy. Just let it go. All right, we're gonna meet you right back here before we're about to pull it. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, so some of these pieces are ready to pull, and I'm just gonna look around and see what pieces are ready to pull. So I'm gonna use my legs here and pull those. Now when I pull this chicken, I'm holding the chicken to drain it over top of the other chicken. In case it falls, it doesn't splash me. Let's just get it over there. I'm just gonna roll it around and look and see which ones I want, because I don't want to go too well done. So we're looking pretty good. This one here can come out right onto a cooling rack, and some of our wings can come out. Look at that, beautiful. Now at the end, that's the only time you want to poke this. You poke at the end. Never the beginning. And just hold it low and get it over that other chicken so you don't burn yourself. If you guys are afraid of it, don't do it. That's rule number 1 in the kitchen. Anything you're afraid of, don't do it. It's not going to turn out good. Alright, I'm going to get the rest of these out of here and I'm going to meet you right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so our chicken's it's all out of the fryer and it's on the rack. You want that to cool down. You want to eat that as hot as possible, but you don't want to burn yourself either. So you want it to cool down to a certain degree, but you also want to get that chicken while it's hot. This grease over here in this pan, you got to let this cool down. What I do is I put this in my oven. So right now my oven's being used right now, but I'm going to let this cool down on the stove. And then I'm going to into my oven with it so there's no accidents or no mistakes. There's no lids on this stuff, so you really have to be careful if you have kids around the house or anything that they don't mess with this frying pan. Keep dogs, everything, cats away from the cats jump up on your counter. You can't do stuff like this. So just keep in mind, be very safe when you're frying, and even when you're done frying, the leftover oil, if you leave this on your stove, don't make a mistake and turn an eye on and turn the wrong eye on and walk away, because this will catch fire and you'll have a big problem. So that's about it. We'll meet you onto the chopping block. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Alright, here we go. Season 3's chopping block. Skillet fried chicken. Let's show you what we got. Look at that chicken. Beautiful. I'm just going to move this off to the side. And we're just going to get into a piece. And I think we're going to choose a wing. I'm just going to break this open. Show you what we got going on. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm going to get a little Pitmaster taste here. Wow. That just takes me back to my childhood. So delicate. Just a lost taste that you're not going to get unless you do it this way. Dynamite way to have this. Believe me. If you learn this technique, you'll never go back to a regular fried chicken again. You just won't. Alright, let me plate this up and show you what this looks like. Plate it up with some goodies next to it. So we made some beans. Beautiful set of beans. And we're going to leave a link in the description to these beans. Barbecue southern beans being made. What goes better with fried chicken than baked beans? With sausage being made with lard. Real ingredients, real beans, nothing out of a can. I mean, everything is just homemade. Look at those. Beautiful. You're going to want to see this recipe. It's a must. Definitely a must-see. Alright, we got those beans there. We also made some domino potatoes. We're going to leave a link in the description to these being made as well too. This way you get to see these guys. These took an hour in the oven, and it's a very interesting cook. So you're going to want to see that too. So let's get these onto the plate. They call them domino potatoes for a reason. They lay down just like dominoes. I'm just going to bring these around the plate here. Just like that. Let's clean this plate up a little bit. Let's get some chicken in the middle here. Little fried chicken. Just like that. Can't go wrong with that. I think we'll put a wing on the plate too. Nothing like good old fried chicken. We're just going to garnish. Just a little parsley here. Just like that. Can't go wrong with that one. Alright, and that's how you want to serve that. I'm just going to swing this around for you guys so you can see a couple different angles. But I do think this angle looks the best. Right there. Alright, we're going to clean up, get organized, and we're going to meet you guys right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. Alright, and there it is. The original cast iron skillet fried southern fried chicken. Some beautiful domino potatoes. We got a homemade pork and beans there with smoked sausage. We're going to leave a link in the description to everything that you see here. This way you can see it being made for yourself firsthand. Get these recipes for you and your family. We thank you guys. We enjoyed having you. But no further ado, gotta get that little pit master taste there.